Exfil USIV. According to a royal historian, King Charles has been visiting Kenya more frequently and informally, whereas Queen Camilla added controversial themes that would make some people squirm, just unlike the late Queen Elizabeth. A royal historian has asserted that King Charles seems to be far less formal than the late Queen Elizabeth, which indicates he is drifting away from her. From October 31 to November 3, the monarch and Queen Camilla are visiting Kenya as part of a royal tour. This is their first trip to a Commonwealth nation since their entry last year. Because the monarch has spent decades preparing for this position, royal historian Marlene Koenig observed that he is performing his duties flawlessly and has a great ability to manipulate a crowd. If you look at the type of engagements that the king and queen are carrying out in Kenya, you will see more informal engagements, the spokeswoman told Express.co.uk. Charles went to the nearby food truck and requested Indian food. The Prince's International Trust is helping meeting students. He has spent decades getting ready for this role as king, and he knows how to handle a crowd. Furthermore stated by the royal historian, Charles is significantly less formal than his mother. The late queen probably wouldn't have made a stop at that food truck, but Prince Philip might have. There's only so much Charles can say or do as king, Koenig observed in response to the king's speech, which mentioned Britain's abhorrent and unjustifiable acts of violence committed against Kenyans, without offering an apology. She clarified, saying, the government would have reviewed and advised him on what he could and could not say during his speech at the state banquet. He needs to stay out of trouble, and the government should apologize. A constitutional crisis would arise or could arise as a result of the king's solo speech. When he was Prince of Wales, he spoke out about the injustices of British colonialism, but now he must be careful about the words he uses. The royal historian, meantime, commended Queen Camilla for taking on activities that might make some people squirm, in contrast to the late queen. Queen Camilla is engaging in activities that are in line with her personal interests, the statement read. She has long been an advocate for victims of sexual assault, and she has carried on her work in Kenya by visiting with victims. It would have been tea with a bunch of women for the late queen. However, that was then. Queen Camilla isn't hesitant to accept invitations that could make some people uncomfortable. Meeting and providing support to victims of sexual abuse makes a strong statement.